Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today we will be discussing how to increase the concentration of a child. Whenever a child is given a task that is not interesting or not fun, they get bored and quickly shift their attention to something more interesting, unlike us adults where we complete tasks whether we like it or not. So first let us understand what are the signs of low concentration in a child. Normally, lack of interest, inability to sit still and maintain a train of thought, or if they are easily distracted, or they appear to be daydreaming, or they find difficulty in following instruction, or if they are unable to keep things organized, this usually signifies that there is some problem in their concentration ability. So let us first discuss the techniques how to increase this concentration ability of a child. Number one is play focus games and exercises to build attention. Now children, they learn by playing, so it is always a good idea to try and make these activities a little more fun. So first of all, we should always keep the child away from gadgets, tablets and computers, and the children should be allowed to play with their regular toys and activities that improve the attention and concentration. A lot number of studies, they show that gadgets actually reduce the attention span and the memory power of the children, so they should be kept away from the child and should be used as sparingly as possible. So we should concentrate on some of the most powerful games and activities for the kids. First of all, we should concentrate on the thinking games. We can train and strengthen the child's ability to concentrate and focus by playing the concentration games that require thinking, planning or use of the memory. This includes certain crossword puzzles or jigsaw puzzles or card games that improve their attention for words, numbers and pictures, while picture puzzles in which the younger children has to look for things that are wrong in the picture or look for hard to find objects. So this improves their attention and increases the concentration. We can also go for sequencing, like we can ask them to follow recipes, setting the table or putting things in alphabetical order. These activities also help in improving the concentration of the child. We can ask them to spot the differences. This helps in making the child concentrate for long and help to improve the focus as the child looks into the details. We can also give them tongue twisters. We can surf the internet for tongue twisters for varying levels of difficulty to give the child a good concentration workout. Second technique is to prepare a distraction-free environment. Some children, they respond well in an environment that is soothing and calming, but other children, they like a lot of hustle and bustle. So first of all, we should understand what kind of environment the child prefer. First of all, we should create an ambience with the help of soft instrumental music or soft lighting, which helps to set the mood for studying. The gadgets, ideally all gadgets including the televisions or iPads, cell phones, they need to be switched off or kept in a different room to avoid the various kind of distractions. Moreover, we should keep everything that is required at hand so that our child does not need to get up to get anything. All the homework books, crayons or textbooks, pencils and even water should be kept on the table or nearby. This also helps keep track of how much work is left and help us to manage their time better. The third technique is to feed them green and healthy food to improve the concentration. Healthy food, it has a direct link to how well a child concentrates, and there are different food that also develop the child's concentration ability. Eating the junk food or food rich in sugar makes a child very sluggish, while food rich in proteins such as almonds, eggs or lean meat, they have the ability to enrich the child with awareness and increase the concentration level. The fourth technique is that we should always maintain a schedule for our child, even it is a more flexible one. This not only helps with time management but also helps program our child's brain to know when he has to study, and this in turn helps to increase the child's concentration in studies. The fifth technique is that the child should always be allowed to take naps and breaks. Children are able to concentrate best after a good night's rest. A power nap for 20 minutes after school or in the afternoon should always do the trick to increase the concentration. All the bathroom breaks, hunger pangs, etc. should be taken care of before the study time begins, as they have the tendency to interfere with the concentration. The sixth technique is that to divide the bigger task into smaller tasks. Studying an entire chapter in one go is quite difficult for a child. It is always helpful to break it down into pages or even paragraphs so that the child feels a sense of accomplishment for finishing a small task, and this will motivate him to continue on. The seventh technique is to understand your child's method of learning, whether it is visual, auditory or kinesthetic. All children learn in a various different ways. Some children process information easily when they see it, some when they hear it, or some when they have practical knowledge of it and can touch it. It is important to understand which category your child falls under, mostly because this will help them understand the information better, and learning will be more long term than short term. For example, if a child learns better with visual information, that child should be allowed to read the information and write it down as well. On the other hand, children who are auditory in nature learn better by reading the material aloud or listening to someone else reading. In this regard, they might find audiobooks more helpful than paperback books. The eighth technique is to prepare your child for the next task. When your child is busy, tell him what he has to do next, but allow a few minutes until he stops and starts the next activity. This helps especially when a child is engaged doing something he likes and enjoys doing, since there would be a reluctance to stop what he is doing and start something else. The ninth technique is to set short time goals for better concentration. You should always set a time limit for the completion of a goal. If it is studying, then you can say that a certain number of pages need to be done within 20 minutes. Keep in mind that the average time for an adult to concentrate completely is about 4.2 minutes, and so the concentration span of a child would be much less. Therefore, it would be wise to have shorter time limits such as 15 to 20 minutes. Another thing to keep in mind is that while some children thrive under time goals, other children might feel pressurized and may start feeling anxious and may lose focus. The 10th technique is to set up a reward system. Rewards don't necessarily have to be tokens such as chocolates or toys. They can also be in the form of praise or even further studying. This is sure to help build and increase the concentration ability of a child. The 11th technique is to allow time for distractions. Kids are naturally energetic and exuberant. Giving them time to vent out their energy once their time limit for a task is up may actually help them focus better on the next task. It would help if your child did something completely different during this time. The 12th technique is to use energy efficiently. Some children have high energy in the mornings, while others have high energy in the evening. Studying or doing activities during this time will help your child focus better on the task at hand. Always start your child on the tougher activities during this high energy time. As energy levels go down, you can always switch to a lighter activity, and this will also help to increase their concentration ability. And the last technique is to try breathing exercises and relaxation techniques to improve concentration. Combining simple relaxation techniques such as deep breathing with positive visual imaginary helps increase the brain power to improve or learn new skills. For instance, you can ask a child to close her eyes and imagine that she is paying attention in the class. In her imagination, ask what can she see, what can she see here, what is distracting her. You can further ask her to imagine how she would take care of all those distractions. Once she is able to clearly picture this, you will find that her behavior at school is also changing. At last, like any other skill, concentration can also be improved and made automatic. The trick is to be consistent. I hope these tips will help not only to improve the concentration power of a child, but also strengthen the relationship that you have with your child. Please like this video, share this video, and please subscribe our channel. Thank you all.